All right, let's go ahead and start off our today's bonus buy. Don't get a chance to do these too often. Here's our chance of showing you something that's a little bit different, and it comes to us from Mr. Cottontail. Now, Mr. Cottontail is Leslie Hermanson. These are the same wonderful, wonderful people who have been bringing us Mr. Christmas since their start back in 1933. I think you're going to recognize these looks from our holidays before, but now these are the pastel Easter trees with Easter eggs up on the top. Leslie, after talking to you yesterday, it's so good to see you face to face, even if it is just on Skype. How are you?
I'm great. Missed you so much, Dan, and I'm so glad to be back today. Season for our mini Christmas trees, and so many of you picked up those trees and have been collecting them and decorating with them and gifting them and loving them. And what we did is took all of that workmanship. So you've got that beautifully sculpted ceramic tree. You have the hand painted boughs on the sage green, the pink, the blue, or the ivory. You're going to get all four. They all have hand-painted little Easter egg toppers. And then we switched up the bulbs. So these are bursting with those light bulbs that you love in our Christmas ceramic trees. But this time for Easter, we made them pastel. So all of the bulbs are the sweetest Easter pastel, sort of turquoise and mint and pink and clear. They are just so sweet. They look like little jelly beans on these Easter trees. And in addition to getting all four, Dan, what was really fun was we included the gift bags too. And you can use these gift bags to gift the trees, or what you can do is take the trees and set them about and decorate with them. So gift them, decorate with them, split them up, keep them together, coordinate them back. You can see we have the coordinating 12-inch trees that maybe some of you saw earlier in the week that we did, or we did our big figurines that work so well with these. This is just about taking something that is really special, the ceramic tree, and bringing it for Easter, because we know that you want to be able to decorate meaningfully. You want to be able to gift meaningfully around Easter. I love these popped in an Easter basket, maybe on your entry hall table. And because you're getting four, you can split them up. Night lights, powder rooms, kitchen island, and they all work together really beautifully too. So you can see the sage green, you get four sage green trees. They each have that hand-painted chevron style Easter egg topper. Or you can get the pink. The pink has, again, that sort of chevron and polka dot topper. And then there's also the blue. And then the ivory, we're calling it ivory, but I think it's a little more like pure white, Dan. I don't know if you agree.
At this point, I will agree to absolutely anything, Leslie. Now, I want people to know, listen, here's the fun of QVC too. It's not quite the pressure that we have across the hall at QVC. I went on the air. We're live. We are live TV. I went on the air, and 5 seconds after I started, my mic, poof, just completely died. Now, 3 minutes before I went on, I had put on a different microphone that also died. I am on my third microphone. We are 6 minutes into the show. So poor Leslie, someone gets in her ear and just goes, just keep talking. His mic's not working. And you poor thing, I could see you in preview with somewhat of a look of panic. I'm here for you now, my friend. Okay.
I'm not panicked, Dan, but I'm delighted that you're back. I'm glad that I can see you and hear you. And I'm so excited to talk about these. So it wasn't really too panicky, I promise.
Well, you and I were talking yesterday on the phone. Q2 is a little bit more laid back. It's a little bit more like the old days of QVC, back in the old days when you and I met. So we are also broadcasting live on my Facebook page. It's called a live stream. I am so high tech. Can't get 3 microphones to work, but I'm streaming live. If you tune to Dan Hughes QVC, you can leave comments, and we'll be able to see them live in the program. And if you have questions for, say, Leslie or myself or any of the other guests that are coming up in the program, we're here to help you. Leslie, these are adorable.
Yeah.
You're still doing all of these with hand painting.
Right.
It's really more a village than it is manufacturing because there's so much love and detail that goes into each one. Did you get a chance to run
Right.
through all the colors while I was out of action?
I did. That's what you agreed to. You
I
agreed to my color
Great.
assessment that
Okay.
we've got the
Well, you know I'm
sage.
colorblind. I can't tell them apart anyway.
Exactly. This one is orange. This one's fuchsia. No,
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
yeah, yeah.
We've got the blue, the pink, the sage, and I think even with your color blindness, you
The
can
white.
probably tell that the white is really, we're calling it ivory,
Yeah.
but it's really a pure white. And I love how these trees will bring really this beautiful pop of color and happiness to any of your existing Easter decorations, because these colors are really classic Easter pastels. So if you wanted to put these down your Easter brunch table, you could put one at each place setting. You can just pop them there. As you can see, that's just sort of on your entry hall table. Each one takes 2 AA batteries and has a timer, so you don't have to worry about turning them on and off. Here, I put them in my entry hall with just one of the big 12-inch trees that we talked about a few days ago on QVC, and they work so perfectly with the big trees. They also work perfectly with the figurines and all of our ceramics. So this was really by popular demand, Dan. We started out with the Halloween trees, and people were loving putting those out
Yes,
after the
yes.
Christmas trees. I mean, I guess technically before, but then, and we had so many people write and say, could you please do an Easter tree? And look at that table in front of you. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's where you can see how, even though we used pastel bulbs, which was so fun to get those really sweet sort of pastel jelly bean colors, they pop with such brightness. It's really, really such a pretty way. Entry hall table, pantry, sorry, not pantry, powder room.
Sure.
You could put in your pantry, but I'm not sure why. A kid's nightlight, if you love to bring a little bit of your Easter decorating into the kids' room, this is a great way to do that. Or just to pop them in your Easter basket and give something that isn't going to be gobbled up or thrown away. Give something that's meaningful and lasting and will come out every Easter.
I once had a solid chocolate Easter bunny send me to the hospital.
Oh no.
I got
Well-
my wife had given me, it was about this big, and it was solid chocolate. And it was it was in the dining room, and it was calling my name at 2:00 in the morning. Come, eat me. and I'm trying to like break off an ear on the end of the coffee table, and I can't get it to break. So we had an electric carving knife, the type that you carve a turkey with.
Yes.
And so
yes.
I said to myself, use that. That will work. And I went and got my electric carving knife, and I'm still in the dark. It's still 2:00 in the morning. And I cut my thumb all the way to the bone.
I didn't know you were going to get this story, Dan, honestly, but this is a new twist on Easter.
On Easter, I know.
Oh my gosh.
And this is
severed
terrible.
thumb.
When we got to the emergency room, I'm not proud of this. I lied. When they said what happened,
think you had to.
I made up a story that had nothing to do with chocolate Easter bunnies. I was embarrassed. My producer just got in my ear. Jason, which one did you say? Okay, the pink and the ivory have been very popular. Leslie, I remember first week in January taking down all the Christmas holiday decorations. And in my home, as you know, I'm a big fan of what you do.
Yes.
I had a lot of Mr. Christmas, and when I boxed it all up, it was depressing because the house wasn't
sad.
lit up. It wasn't bright.
Yep.
We're 2 weeks away from spring. So you get these, you put them out right away, and it's that sense of brightness that I think we need. It just replenishes your spirit. It feels good.
Right.
I
Yeah,
like the
Dan,
pastels.
It's so true. These are beautiful, but they also just make you feel good. So you're
Yes.
decorating your home with something that is really lovely and very special, but it also, you see it and it kind of just brings you that same little spot of joy that you get from your Christmas decorations, and especially these nostalgic pieces. I think, whether or not you had the ceramic Christmas tree growing up, it has certainly become a big tradition for so many people.
It's
And this
iconic.
kind of yeah, and this sort of fills that void, and to be able to gift that and gift those feelings and say, "Here's a little spot of joy for you this Easter season." I love that. So definitely something that you can really put anywhere in your home. I mean, kitchen island. We're doing a lot in Mr. Cottontail with the vintage in the kitchen, which has been so fun. And these just layer in so perfectly because they're battery operated. You can really put them anywhere. And I love how on your screen, I'm sort of showing how I've got them out in the broad daylight. I mean, I've got all these lights on, so you can see how they look in the
Yeah.
perfectly in the daylight.
Yeah.
But at when the night when the lights come down and you see these little spots of truly bright pastels, uh, all of that hand painting on the boughs of each tree, the gloss even on our glaze. We always fire at a very high temperature to get that beautiful glossy finish. The hand painting on the little eggs on top of each tree. These are just pieces that you will delight in and you'll delight to gift as well.
They're adorable. You're also getting four of the gift bags. So,
Yep.
give them to family, friends, loved ones. Check out my Facebook page. This is nice. Joanne Bennett is saying hello from Peachtree City, Georgia. She said it's 80 degrees and they're already into spring. Okay?
Yep.
That's just kind of rubbing it in, Laura, don't you think? Leslie went
Joanne's ready
cross-country
to go.
skiing. Did you get all 6 miles in on the cross?
We did. It was a little dicey, but we made it. It was good.
That's nice.
But
Laura Searcher is watching
I
as
would love
usual
that
too.
weather.
These are fun.
Go ahead.
And there's so much love that goes into making each and every one. Leslie and her team, they are truly dedicated to bringing us those items that are emotional. And if you've not decorated for Easter before, try it. Because the same joy that comes from decorating for Christmas can be renewed for Easter as well. And we just want to light up people's homes just a little bit. It is so good to see you, my friend. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Dan. Big hug to you.
A big hug in return. We've had close to 1,000 that have been ordered already in return. Take advantage of that sale price while we still have them available.